Greetings and welcome to another cloud computing session with Tidemi, where we'll be talking about some AWS resources here. Moving straight into where we are here, as you can see, I have logged into my AWS management console, and also I have also navigated to my favorite region, which is the US East One region, not Virginia. And on today's session, we'll be, in the previous video first, we have shown you how to create your first ever S3 bucket on the AWS management console, and why not upload your first object into that bucket. So today we'll deep dive further, where we'll be we will not only create an S3 bucket, but we are also going to host our first ever static website. If you can remember, I told you that an S3 bucket can go as far as hosting a static website on it, and there are various or different methods in which you can do that. There is a normal method which we are going to go straight into, editing and enabling the static website. In the other video, I'm going to show you on how to do the same thing by using another service called Amplify. And also there are another method which you can use by coming through a GitHub account, which we are going to handle that. But for today, we're just going to use the normal method by enabling a static website and hosting it, thereby verifying it after to see that okay, it was hosted successfully. So before we actually start enabling and creating a bucket, I need to walk you through on how to get a simple starter website. Now if you're a developer, that is easier for you already. You should have some template or starter website stored on your computer, save using the HTML extension. If you're not a developer and you have never developed a website, or you don't actually know how to develop or write a basic HTML and CSS code, there are different artificial intelligence tools outside there that you can use. Okay, there are different artificial intelligence tools out there that you can use: ChatGPT, Copilot, Gemini, whatever one that you are comfortable with or you have access to. So I'm going to open my ChatGPT tab. As you can see here, you can come to ChatGPT and tell ChatGPT to generate you whatever thing you want to generate. Okay, and let me just say I open a new chat. Okay, let me just see how if I can open a new chat from here. So clear chat, that is it. So you can come here, tell ChatGPT to do what? To generate you a simple static website. You can say with HTML and CSS. Okay, these are one of the most two. Let me just call them languages. This one is used to construct the body of a website. This is used to style. Okay, you can go as further as learning JavaScript and the rest, but we don't need that. We basically just need HTML and CSS, and you hit enter. Okay, irrespective of your website, the AI you're using, you just need to find a way to write a suitable or the best prompt, and you modify it. So as you can see, ChatGPT is going to generate a simple website for me. You can go as further as telling ChatGPT the content of the simple website, okay, and how you want it to look like. And you can copy this, that's the style and all the rest, and you save somewhere. So what I did was I have generated mine already. I have one. So if you can come here, let me just show you. This is my notepad. Let me put that here. So this is a simple starter website I've generated, and this website is just going to display 10 different artificial intelligence tools and their strength, okay, with some simple styling and all the rest. So this is the code. Okay, this is the source code of my simple starter website, which you can generate from any AI. So I have that already. The next thing we need is a policy. Okay, remember as I told you, bucket and S3 bucket is an isolated service that by default does not grant access to any other service or user unless you accessing it, okay, directly from your management console. So this is a bucket policy that has have been generated. This bucket policy is basically going to make our bucket public, okay? Public read get object. That simply means when we succeed, or when we must have been done in enabling the starter website and also uploading the object, which is the website itself, into the bucket, we will make the bucket public by using this policy. That simply means anyone over the internet with the endpoint name, with the URL, let me call it that way, can view the static website hosted on our bucket. So you need this bucket policy, which you can generate from any AI, you can also use the AWS bucket policy generator. It is possible, okay, which I'm going to show you that. So these are the two things you need. So let's go back to our management console. That is my management console. So I know you're used to already the console. So I'm going to access S3. You should also take note of the characteristics and the criteria of creating an S3 bucket. Take note the bucket, okay, reside in a region, but the name is unique globally. So I'm okay with the North Virginia. Okay, so I'm going to create a new bucket. Okay, so that is North Virginia region. So you need to give it a unique name, a unique name. So remember, your bucket name should not start with an uppercase, okay? And these are the characters allowed, so you can read to know more about that. So we scroll down. Here we are going to enable public access because, as I said, the bucket needs to be accessed. Bucket needs to be public first, okay? Because people over the internet should be able to access our website. Website is meant to be accessed. This is a public access website, so I acknowledge the fact that I want to make it public. So I'm going to enable versioning because it's a bucket that will host a website. That simply means I can, we always update our website, okay? So it's good to enable versioning for such a bucket. So I'm going to scroll down. I'll leave the encryption default as it is under advanced settings. I don't need to enable anything here, and I'm going to create my bucket. If yours fail, it is always 99% the bucket name. It's going to prompt me to go back and edit it. So I'm going to click on view bucket. Our bucket has been created already. So you see our bucket is empty. Okay. So the first thing we need to do is we need to upload an object into this bucket. And the object is the website. It's a static website code that we generated. If you have yours, just bring them here. So you click upload. I'm going to click on add files. So I'm going to navigate to where this is my website. Okay, it is index. I'll advise you to save your website as index.html. The extension is HTML. The name should be index. Okay, so I'm going to click on open. That is it, index.html. I'm going to upload. So that is the second thing you need to do. You upload your object. As you can see, that is it. Now the third thing you need to do is now we need to go and write a bucket policy. So you click on that permission, you scroll down bucket policy, you click edit, and you wait. So that is policy example. You can click here to view policy example. You can click here to add a statement directly. Okay. But I already have a policy, as I said. So I'm going to copy my policy. I open my notepad. Okay. Copy my policy. I'm going to share the policy at the end of this. So that is my policy. And the session ID is what? The name is to publicly read get object. Okay, the effect is allow. The principal is everyone. It means everyone can, if you have the right URL to this bucket, you can access it. The action is to get the object, to get the website, the static website that we're going to put in it. And the resource is what? The bucket ARN. So I'm going to scroll up. This is the bucket ARN. You copy it. You're going to edit from ARN to where it's written name and you paste. Do not delete the forward slash asterisk. Okay, this simply means what? Everything in this bucket, okay, everything in this, the bucket himself and everything in this bucket, are object in this bucket. So if you are done, I'm going to click save changes. That is the third thing that you need to do. The fourth thing we need to do is now is to enable public website hosting. That we are going to go under properties. You scroll down to the bottom of your screen. As I said, there are different methods which I'm going to show you, but for today we're going to use the default method. As you can see here, you can use amplify if you want. I'm going to, you know, come up with a video using the amplify method. So today we're just going to go with the default and the old, I always say the old technique. So we click on edit. We're going to enable static website hosting. Okay, the hosting type is host a static website. Now, the index document is the name of that object you uploaded, which is index.html. Make sure the name you put here is the same name of the object you uploaded. So we don't have any error document for now, and we scroll down and we click save changes. So that is basically what you are supposed to do. As I said, first thing, get a static website. Okay, second thing, get your bucket policy, which you can, it's simple, it's common. I'm going to share, you can use anything to generate that. Thirdly, you need to, get your bucket policy attached to the bucket, that is it, and you modify the resource, which is the ARN of that particular bucket. Fourth, you need to come under properties, you scroll down, you enable start a website hosting, and this is what the endpoint name. And now we need to test. In order to test, you can copy and share to someone, irrespective of where the person is or how the person has access to the internet, or you simply click here to verify yourself. Okay, this is the endpoint. It's like the URL. In future, I'm going to show you on how to attach a custom domain to this bucket so that you can, read it or share it, like for example, tdemi.com and other rest. So this is our simple starter website. As you can see, top 10 AI system by tdemi academy, and that is it. And otherwise, it's a simple starter website. As I said, you can go as further as modify to make it suitable the way you want, but as I said, keep it static. S3 can host only static website directly. It cannot host dynamic website, okay, site with dynamic features and other rest. Okay, you see here, you cannot click, there's nothing I can do, and that is it. So that is basically on how to host a simple static website. And don't forget to always clear your account. But AWS is not going to charge you for now. There's nothing AWS is going to charge you. When you create a bucket, they will not charge you. Okay, when you upload into a bucket, they will not charge you and all the rest. And since it's just a simple static website where people will going to view and all the rest, it's just for test purposes. Okay, so there is no problem with that. You can keep it if you want, but if you don't, please don't forget to clear your account. And in order to clear your account, first thing you need to go back to object. Okay, you delete the object that you uploaded. Is simple. You need to delete the object that you uploaded, and after you must have deleted the object that you uploaded, you need to go back to your bucket. You click on general purpose bucket, you select the bucket. For example, this is the bucket. Let me say you click on delete. It's going to prompt you to do what? Empty the bucket again. So you select, you need to type this. Okay, you just follow the instruction, permanently delete, and you empty the bucket. Then when you're done, you now select the bucket again and you delete the bucket. Now it's going to ask you to confirm using the bucket name. So I copy my bucket name here and I paste and I click delete. So that's basically how you delete your bucket. Thank you. Stay tuned. See you in the next video. Bye for now.